Hello everybody, welcome back to another What's in the Box. I think today might be part 60. Anyway, today I've got a few bits of post. The first of which is this 50 pence guide 2022 from Andrew's Coins UK. I have actually said on a few other people's channels, I think it costs just over £5 I think, but it's basically it's got loads of information of every 50 pence issued up until the end of 2021. For all the UK and the territories as well. Some coloured coins in the back if anybody's interested. Don't have that many coloured coins, and there's also a nice little chapter at the front that Dave Chamberlain might be interested in. But it's only 50 pence, it's not £2 coins, Dave, so don't worry about it. So anyway, that was the first bit. Let's move that out the side. The second bit, this came in the post. I've just snipped it down the side for ease. But when I looked at the back, it's actually come from Northern Coins. So what's he been sending me this time? Well, firstly, it'll be easy to get into it. There's a little note as well. I think that's everything. Right, what we got? So my good friend Makamula Coins, I hope you had a great start to the new year. Certainly have. I think Smithy's Lucky Coins helped that. And here's to the rest of the your good friend Northern Coins. Now, I know we have agreed a trade. Well, I was supposed to be sending him something, and I must apologise. Northern Coins, because I haven't actually got it sent off yet. There's been lots going on, nothing major, but obviously sort of family life has got in the way a bit, and I have been struggling to get some of these videos out as well. So what he's actually sent us is the 2022 Brilliant Uncirculated 10 pence coin. Very nice. I am actually sending him something in return, which I think he needs for his date run. I'm actually going to put this at a different flip, by the way, because it's slightly too big for the 10 pence. Yeah, very nice. Didn't expect that at all, but very kind of you, Northern Coins. Into the date run. Now then, this is going to be the major bits. What I did was I sent away to Westminster Collections for my annual set rather than the Royal Mint, and I've got to make a right ricket there. Doesn't want to tear. There we go. Just making sure there's no evidence. Oh, plenty of evidence. Yeah, there was a bit of evidence, so you have taken the packaging away now, and we're just left with the annual set. So it's basically exactly the same as last year. I think even the back of the box, I think I've got the old last year's here actually. So you can see there's not really a great deal of difference apart from the year. It's more or less word for word. But anyway, let's get into this. First thing I've noticed is a slight coming away there of the packaging. As I said, I ordered this from Westminster Collections. So the first thing we see is the Her Majesty the Queen. So it's obviously the Platinum Jubilee this year, 70 years since ascending the throne, and no other monarch has ever lasted this long on the throne in the UK. So anyway, what we'll first start with is the definitive designs. Now I did actually buy these with the thought of ripping them out and put them into date runs, but I think I might buy like a separate set to do that. So start off with the 2p. Sorry if the glare's catching the coins. 10p, which is similar to what Northern Coins sent me. Middle one there's 20p, the 5p and the 1p. Underneath that we have the 50p. Then we have the £2 and the £1. And on the reverse, or if you want to read that, you can do, just pause the video. Quick scan through of the designs, and then right at the bottom we've got the coin specifications. So on to the £5 coin. Again, I'll just scan through that and you can pause and read it in your own time. And I believe the 70 years comes round on the 3rd of February. But on the 6th of February, the Royal Mint is opening its doors to do a special strike your own for the 50p, which will have a different obverse to the 50p that we've got in the set here. Now, it seems a bit odd because last year, with the decimal day, they did with the one with the sets had a different port rate, the Arnold Merchant port rate, whereas the standalone ones that you could buy had the Geordie Clark. Now this year they seem to have done it the opposite way around, where they've done the 50p with the Geordie Clark in the sets, and then the standalones are going to be with the different obverse, which I believe is well, I don't know, I can't remember who the designer is for that one. I think it might be John Bergdahl. But anyway, for this one, we've got John Bergdahl for the £5 coin. Now, if you haven't come across John Bergdahl before, he did actually design the 2016 Battle of Hastings, 50p. And on, as I said, the £5 coin. There's going to be loads of different versions of £5 and 50p. I think there's going to be loads of sets coming out for the Platinum Jubilee, and there is going to be a different obverse for this one as well, with the Queen on horseback, reminiscent of the 1977 Silver Jubilee one. So this is the 50p. The obverse and the reverse, which not many people like. Again, I'll just scan through. Yeah, it's basically just the 7-0, the Royal Cipher down the right hand side. And Osborne Ross, which is a design company in London. I think, if I'm right, it's Deborah Osborne and Andrew Ross. I'll come back to the Graham Bell coin in a second. Next we've got the 50p celebrating the Birmingham Commonwealth Games, and this will be the third time that England has hosted the games, following London and Manchester. It actually says there London and Manchester. You know, the games is just actually known as Birmingham 22. not because it's 2022, but it's the actual 22nd Commonwealth Games. There wasn't one held in 1942 or 1946, obviously following the World War II. But this design, I really like it. Now it's actually designed on the Birmingham Library. I've got a couple of pictures here. It's an amazing design, but it does similar to Tetris, I think. It's just like a Tetris game gone wrong. So Natasha Priest, and again Natasha Priest, she did the 2020 Remembrance Day coin, the poppy. But I really like that. I really like that design. And obviously we've got the obverse as well, Jodie Clark. And this one is the Dame Vera Lynn. Obviously we lost her a bit ago. But it is hard to say because of the glare and the plastic covering, but at first, when you hold her one way, it just looks like she's got her lips pursed together. Then you realise it's she's actually showing her pearly whites, and just nothing like her. And it just says the reverse designer, the Royal Mint. So obviously nobody wants to put the name to it. Right, now last but not least is the favourite of mine. So this is the Alexander Graham Bell coin. Now again, a lot of people have slated this because they said it should have been on the type of phone he used at the time. I honestly don't think it would have worked. I don't think it would have worked on the old sort of round dial either. So using like the push button, they're able to put in the whole legend. And we see across the bottom we've got the year of his birth, which is 1847, and the year of his death 1922. And obviously we've got the pioneer of the telephone. And I think I've got a bit of an apology to make to Richard of RJ Coins, because in one of the comments on one of his videos, somebody had asked about the innovation in science, and he says, oh yeah, it could be an innovation in science, and I pointed out it possibly isn't because they were all 50 pences. Now for some reason the edge inscription on this £2 coin does actually say innovation in science, Bell, which I think is going to be a bit awful if they're going to swap them all from 50 pences onto £2 coins. It's a bit like doing the Winnie the Pooh set and changing them from 50 pences to £5 coins. Anyway, we'll just have a quick look. Again, that's the obverse. But a bit of info about Alexander Graham Bell. I think people should read up a bit more on the subject of these coins. Although he was born in 1847 in Edinburgh, he actually moved over to America, and in Boston he was doing some sort of what they call visible speech. It's like what they called oralism, which was it favoured like speaking and lip reading over sign language. Now Bell had an idea of a harmonic telegraph, which was like a device that allowed multiple messages to be transmitted over a wire at the same time. Now, there was a Boston lawyer and investor called Gardner Green Hubbard who was very interested in that, and he invested money for Bell to sort of continue in his research. But in the meantime, Bell was also like a visible speech tutor, and one of his pupils was actually Gardner Hubbard's daughter, Mabel Hubbard. Now, there was a 9-year gap between Mabel and Alexander Graham Bell, and she'd become deaf at the age of 5 following a bout of scarlet fever. But anyway, he fell in love with Mabel, and he wanted to marry her, but Gardner Hubbard thought that it was getting in the way of the research, so he sort of gave him an ultimatum. He either said, well, you either continue with this research or I'm withdrawing the money. So anyway, he continued with it, and finally he was awarded a patent for the telephone, and a few days later he made the first ever call to his partner Thomas Watson with the immortal line of, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." Now, Bell actually co-founded the American Telephone and Telegraph Company, AT&T, in 1885 as well. Now, there is some conflict about whether Alexander Graham Bell was the first to invent the telephone, because there was an Elisha Gray who was doing some similar research, and they both lodged their patents at exactly the same time on the 14th of February 1876. So anyway, there's some hoo-ha about sort of secrets being revealed to the other parties, etc. But anyway, the patent office finally granted it to Alexander Graham Bell. By the way, Alexander Graham Bell, it wasn't his first name, it was just Alexander Bell. But at the age of 10, he'd asked his father if he could have a middle name, like his brothers had, because they both had middle names, but he didn't. So anyway, that is a little bit on that, but like I say, it might be worthwhile reading up on that, because there's quite a lot of interesting information. Too much to go into here. Anyway, this is the final bit of info, again from Westminster Collections, and again it's got a bit of evidence there which I'm going to hide. Oh, I've got a scratch card as well, and what I've actually received is the £5 coin, but this one has the obverse of the Queen on horseback. Obviously, you've got to go for all the designs to get being a completist, otherwise your collection's going to be missing one. I have ordered the 50 pence one. That one hasn't come through as yet. Right, what should we do? We'll scratch this off and see what we've got. It looks like some sort of Olympic, or is it? Like the Battle of Hastings. It's actually Olympic handball. I don't know if this is part of the third set, fourth set, or whatever. So Olympic handball, 2011. Obverse designer Ian Rank Broadley. Natasha Radcliffe was a reverse designer. A mintage of 1,676,500. And a key fact, which I didn't quite rub off. It said Natasha Radcliffe, a self-employed artist and sculptor from Cornwall, was the winning designer for the handball 50p. She also designed the wheelchair rugby coin as well. Very interesting. So anyway, that is it for today. Like I say, my coin review probably hasn't been as good as other people's. I think The World and His Wife's probably done their reviews before I got my set, but never mind. All I can say now is thanks to Northern Coins for the 10pence, which will, like I said, I'll put into a different flip, and I will put it into my date run. And annual set coin, I'm still waiting for the 50p one, and that'll be it for the end of the video. So thanks for watching, and until the next time, keep on hunting, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.